It's the Dog Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rosin Show. Well, the Doug Rosin Show. I'm Doug Rice. No, yes, yeah, I love it. How you doing? Oh, you like my little front porch there? I kind of dig that. I like that. I kind of highlight that a little bit, you know, as the music comes. Today, let me tell you folks, just, you know, nonstop information happening today. We have the topics. I have the time, hopefully the talent to keep you in mind. I don't know. Look, folks, shit's getting serious. You know, I moved the mic away so I could get in your mental. I think it's important. You know, yesterday things got real serious for me. I will share that with you. It's quite an event. I will tell you, when you meet them face to face, when your enemy decides to knock on your door, you better start taking shit seriously. I mean, you get some nondescript things happening here. I can't imagine it not happening to Negroes who are woke, who are vocal and vocal, if you will. I sense a crescendo building, and with that crescendo, a final and very cemented decision towards moving forward without retreat. That thought now nearly an inexplicable phantom I know nothing about. And I can tell you without doubt, folks, I haven't put my stupid phone on Do Not Disturb. I am greatly disturbed. I am greatly disturbed at what we Negroes, those few of us who suppose we do not belong here. We are trapped here due to circumstance. We are trapped here. We did not volunteer. You know, we didn't get on a boat and log at a pier. We didn't do any of that. Somebody didn't say, come here. No. We were brought, we were bought, and then we were taught exactly how to placate these masses, these asses, these caucastic happenstances. Look, we're going to get into it today. Tell your friends, tell your family, just tell them every way you know how, because I want you to come on down and tune on in. I'm here. This is the show, Doug Rice, you know. And I do this now, and I don't mind. I feel the more I do it, I find it more comfortable, more relaxing, more satisfacting, if that's a word. Again, you guys know me, Doug Rice Show. I've been doing this well over a year. In fact, we're coming up on 2 years here. 2 years in observance of what they put on for a show January 6th, 2021. No, yes, yes, no, yes, no, yes. And you know, they showed what they're about, and I think they're going to do that even more. I think there's even more of a chance that we're going to see these folks express their the rage they expressed on January 6th. So, you know the drill. I got 7 topics. Turn your freaking phone down. Don't drop your phone. I yell. That's what I do. 7 topics. Katrina, unfortunately, not here. I'm hoping she makes it back. Her mother hopefully is doing well. I, of course, as you know, I have these support portals that allow you to show support for this effort. I will tell you, folks, you're going to hear about it today. We're all under observation now. You can count on it. They're in every device Negroes use to express their dissatisfaction with their current circumstances. They're eavesdropping, they're looking, they're peering, they're leering. Some of them might even be jeering. We know. I mean, this just goes to show that Kanye and Kyrie had a topic that we know they don't want out in the open, but there it is, spoken openly, with no hope of going back anywhere near where it came. I mean, you know what's happening. And not only that, the information is flowing freely now. It's like pouring water out of a pitcher onto the ground. It's just vomiting from in every direction, every orifice, the information. And I got some for folks. I got PDFs I'll send you. There are books that cost in the tens of thousands to obtain because of the information they want to remain kept from us, about us. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Look, folks, they didn't want us to fucking read. Now, you got to understand the need to keep us as ignorant as humanly possible. But that's, my friend, that's beyond the pale, is it not? But writing, transferring what's been read to others through that silent form, even more sinister and a danger to them. And now the floodgates of our Negro expression slap them in the face on a daily basis. Satisfaction, guaranteed. Okay, we're good. 9:07 in the morning, this is the Doug Rice Show. Wake your ass up. And I ain't fucking playing. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get our 7 topics, and we're going to go to Negro News, the news just for yous and me. And we. All right, here we go. First, the anchor topic, the anchor topic. First topic. Write it down. I'm just kidding. First topic is we must look forward. I'm going to tell you, this one struck me early this morning. Folks, look. I get you guys, you send me messages regarding information, shit you want me to hear, know about. Maybe I can throw it in the show about. But most times it's about what's behind, not what's in front. It's about what's past, maybe the last thing you argued about. We must look forward. Negroes, if not at this time, then when? We must look forward. I'll say it again. Look. Looking back in the history that put us here is not a mystery. We can figure out the details at a later time. That shit's behind. What are you doing? We don't need that in our life or on our back. I mean, look, I know that we did this and we did that. I dig it. I understand. But right now, I don't know. There's a lot going on in front of us that we might want to give some attention to. They're putting it in our faces, Negroes. And some of you are dead set, as they do, to look behind you and see and peer into the history that has nothing to do with here, right now, this prophetic moment that we have been so privileged to live in. How could you not look forward? It's almost unforgiving. No, seriously, this is the generation. You're in it. This is it. This is it. I mean, we'll hit that down the line, but you have to understand, we must look forward now. The history, I don't think it really matters. I just not at this moment, unless it somehow affects your trajectory in moving deftly forward, ever forward now. We're in this shit. Okay. All right. Next. Did you catch that? Everybody get that? You understand that, right? I mean, I understand the history. I understand, we were this, we were that. shit happened there, shit happened there. I understand this, that, this. But you know what, though? Look in front of you and what they're doing. I mean, geez, it's right there. Let that anchor your topic of discussion. The past is where it belongs. All right, so next, you got to understand, Negroes, this is sobering. And just 3 words, simple topic. Water. Some of you don't understand. Some of you don't get it. Some of you refuse to accept the reality that you're in, but let me help you along. For God's sake, this is happening. For those of you that see this show, it's not a program. I'm trying my best to deprogram you and let you know that the reality that you're living in, this is happening, folks. This is not a fantasy. This is not make-believe. This is reality. You got to understand, it's us. It's us, and they know it's us. Now, look, we're looking at their reaction just to a couple of us saying, hey, take a look at the movie. We're Hebrews. You run shit. And the cascading effects of those actions are felt like ripples through a still lake. It's unfathomable. I can't hit that word as much as I'd like. But for God's sake, this is happening, man. The chess pieces are being moved. The board's being adjusted. They can't hold it in. They're thoroughly disgusted. It's let loose now. We know who we are. And for God's sake, near and far, they're coming at us here. They're coming at us there. I'm just telling you, folks, beware. This is happening. You need to face facts. The facts are not going to go back. They're not going to go back in the bottle. You can't undo the information that we now know. We know it. It can't be unknown. I put this in a post. I think it's important. Whatever they did to Kyrie that has him nearly complete in his correction in a, more kind direction toward those that run things, you can believe they have that in store for us Negroes as well. You know this. As I sit here and tell whatever they've put Kyrie through that has him almost playing basketball again for me and you, He's almost back in the court. I understand Sunday night. He must have gotten those questions just right. I want to watch his demeanor. I want to see his next interview. I want to see exactly what they did to this young man to say that he, at this point, has placated jury enough to the point that they now allow and permit him to earn a goddamned living. Who the fuck do these people think they are? Do you understand the kind of power and control they wield, they deny, they say they don't have it, and yet speak in contrast to what they will allow, and they will let you have it? Isn't that interesting? I'm going to say, again, time's getting interesting, and I think the power that they think they have is slowly slipping through their fingers. That power was deception. If you can walk with me a moment, they used the power of the lie. They used the power to deny the information about you and I, Negroes, being Hebrews, and those not being true Jews. Hey, this is what they're up in arms about. This is all they can talk about. For God's sake, it's out. It's out. There's no longer any doubt. Perhaps, I say, you may come to terms. And perhaps you'd learn what you've been denying people for so long. It's not going to go away anytime soon. All right, I'm sorry. I drift. This happens. This is happening, folks. They're aware now. They understand. They know we understand. They know that we know that they know that we know that they know that we know. Negroes, This ain't a joke. This is a real deal. Don't you see how these motherfuckers feel? Okay, I'll stop. All right, I just saying, getting to reality. This is happening. This ain't a fantasy. It's happening. All right, catch the fuck up. All right, here we go. Next, when we don't smile. I thought about this, and it come to me. The mantra, the Doug Rice mantra. Get that goddamn grin off your faces. I say it with such passion and fervor because I believe that shit. I don't think that we should go much further with a smile, but let me tell you for a while. When we don't smile, what does that say to them? What story is played to them? What mental movie are they sitting through? What show? What ending, though? You understand my point? Listen, you see a man not smiling and you imagine his problems. You imagine his history. You imagine what he might be going through and all the scenarios that go through sarcastic minds as they observe our faces without a smile. Imagine what goes through their minds regarding what's going through ours. That is what keeps these people acting like cowards. That movie, that scene, so incredibly real. You got to understand. And here's the deal. If you look at a common person that they think is them, and you see that that person doesn't have a grin, they're not going to suppose that maybe they're in some kind of mood related to the history regarding them. You understand that, right? So, when we don't smile compared to others, there's a change in their frequency. Don't you understand that? We emit our intent, at least what they perceive or receive. So the act of not smiling is itself an action. Should give you somewhat a great deal of satisfaction. It denies them the Negro energy they need, that confirmation that we indeed accept their horror, their place amongst us. And of course, we know nothing could be, further from the truth. Look, when we don't smile, we send that message. The story it tells in their head is it's detrimental to Negroes. We can't control the narrative that goes on in the minds of these that look at us without a smile. But I challenge and task every Negro not to wear one. Bring it out! Bring out their true sentiment, for God's sake. Don't let them hide back, showing you their teeth as if approval is what you're seeing. It's not. It's not approval. It's a deadly sneer. It may even mean get the hell out of here. Don't be fooled. When we don't smile, there are several things that occur. I've said this before, and maybe you'll learn. Just try it, just for a day, an hour. Just without a smile, find your Negro power. Yeah, that went left. All right, let's move on. We'll just move on from that, okay? All right, Betty. All right, look, like, share, subscribe. I know I'm not supposed to just have that up there, right? I'm supposed to have this up there a little bit, right? Maybe a little bit of this. How about that? How about that one? Boom. There we go. Welcome to the Doug Rice Show. How everybody doing? I'm Doug Rice. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for commenting. You know I can't watch the chat while I talk because I'll lose my train of thought. But, the first few topics I hope have focused your mind. We're going to keep going in kind and hopefully find some more gems that I can present to you, my friends. Oh, and here we go. Do Negroes have friends? Do we have friends? I hear it said a lot. I hear it. said quite a bit. We ain't got no friends. Hey, that's it. We know that. I feel it. I understand. When I go out there, you can feel the negative energy, the malice, the maleficent, just the je ne sais quoi hatred. I don't know. It's something that they have baked into their psyche, into their DNA, almost interwoven into their history. God only knows where it comes from, but he's told us. Let the history regarding us unfold us right there in front of them. Do we have friends? Well, I'm going to say this. Look, I watched T.I. Ministries. I watched those folks as well as Dante Fortson. That's all I watched. That's the only two I watched. I don't know any other folks to watch because I don't veer outside of what's comfortable once I decide. So moving on. They asked the question, Brother Yacoba asked a very good question. Do Negroes have friends? He posed it in an entire encapsulated show that really inspired this topic. Do Negroes have friends? Well, I got to say, I've thought about it, and I thought for a while, hell to the no. We are here all by ourselves. No, we had no friends. But now, perhaps in order to fulfill the prophetic future that gets us out of here through Exodus, we may indeed have some hidden friends somewhere, and they could be right next to us. I don't know. But there's one or two ways this might go. Now, this is all speculation, and it's not my path to direct, but of course, we'll see. But do we have friends? I believe we do. I believe that there are some that know for a fact that Negroes are Hebrews, the true Israel. They know that we've been trapped here by circumstance, treated horribly. Oh, God, hasn't it been fun? And so the question, do we have friends? I would say we at least have one. I would say, as Brother Yacoba said that day, that there may be those Jews far away that consider us Negroes true Jews today. Okay? So what do we do? I always say expect the unexpected. Expectations, they're connected. For God's sakes, things can be corrected, but for goodness sakes, I don't know. Do Negroes have friends? We're going to see. That's for damn sure. We are going to fucking see. We have to get from point A to point B, and somehow it's going to happen. It's prophetically told. That's that. Do Negroes have friends? I hope they show themselves soon. It's getting damn near close to noon. Geez, it's getting dangerous, and they're getting restless. All I'm saying is come get us if you're so inclined to. Now, next, I tried. Our terms of Exodus kind of leans into that same topic. Here's why. There are ways to do things, and then there are ways to do things. Now, we know the kingdom is on the way. This is, again, speculation. It's truly unknown. But we must get from out of this place back home. That's a fact. And I wonder if they're searching, trying to see for certain, if there are some of us that are lurking about actually committed to being Hebrews day in and day out. You can understand the committal, you can understand the commitment, you can understand how some of us put on the show, but internally it's just a no-go. Hebrews more than I'm a white guy, if you will. But so this is why I say our terms of Exodus might be interesting, might come to some kind of point where we might get out of this joint, depending on those across the seas, maybe some Israelis. I don't know. Again, Brother T.L. at the T.L. Ministries made me have this thought. I wonder if they're reaching out. I wonder if they're watching to the point that they may make a reach out to one of us. I'm not sure. This one went left. It rarely happens, but hey, shit does. Don't worry about it. Moving on. All right, look, that, though, as lame as it may have been, though, has a bit of intrinsic knowledge in there. I'm telling you without doubt, those two topics. Do we have friends in our terms of Exodus? How do you know we're going to get out of here? The only way that we leave without the help of human beings is God shows up within a matter of minutes, almost, in the terms that God measures time. And so there have to be some folks out there that will admit that we're here and may assist us leaving. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're receiving this. All right, listen, we know they're watching. We know they're watching. Let me tell you what's happening, folks. My devices, my phone, my computer, all playing little games with me, little hectic games. But yesterday, I was on the show with Brother Yacoba, TL Ministries, and they were doing a great show, just sitting there, mainly watching. And during a break from talking and watching, got a knock at the door, a ring at my bell. And there they were, two folks that I could tell were clearly not there for any other reason, just to see my Negro face. And please let me tell you, they were obviously Jewish. Both of equal height and frame, both looked damn near the same. And they came to me with some excuse that they were there to teach or use or something. I don't know, but they got a good look at this show, if you will. We know they're watching, but here's the deal. Why are they watching? How do they feel? What's going through their mind right now? The who, the what, the where, the how. How do they stop this? We know they're watching. They're checking up on us. How do they bring this to a halt? Is it unstoppable at this point? It appears that it is. It seems the cascading floodgates have let this out. And we know they're watching. Of that, there's no doubt. Now, that I ended well. I really think that one was well. I liked it too. Relax. We're just moving through this shit. Hey, it's Friday. Huh? Are you at work? Where are you at right now? Are you fucking smiling? Tell me that anywhere you are in public, no one can see you grin. Please remove that. Last and not least, folks, this is the most serious of today's topics, and I think we all know. It's not just me. It's not me doing my show. It's not me sitting here with hot air and I'm blowing. You know what I'm saying? I'm knowing. But the fact of the matter is, folks, it comes down to this. It's all or nothing. And Negroes can't miss. I'm telling you this. It's all or nothing. There's no half in. There's no half out. Some of you are going to see what I'm talking about. There's no turning back. There's nowhere to go. At this point, they know that we know they know. So it's all or nothing. Are you all in? Are you prepared? Are you packed? Are you ready? I mean, because they're ready to act. You know, they're moving steady in our Negro direction. And the only thing we have is God's protection. Of course, that's all we need. But will you truly lean? Because it's all or nothing now. And you can believe this. They're not going to give it up and give it in too easily. No, no, no. The profits they've made, no, they're not measly. There's money out there. There's wealth. There's fame. There's Negro swag. I mean, you know their names, right? And for them to come to Jesus as such, they'd have to give up far too much. So it's all or nothing, Negroes, you know. Either you're ready to stay or you're ready to go. I've said it before. I know. But some are still deciding. Some are still marinating on the moment and just trying to figure out whether it's left or right or up or down. But let me tell you, Negroes, it's now. It's all or nothing for this, because this is prophetic. Again, you cannot miss. That's it. Don't get in your feelings. Okay, so 7 topics. That's what I do, and I covered all 7 of them. My baby, my girl, my wife, Lena Mae, love her. She started this the way that I keep track of my shows by thinking ahead and purchasing little books, little spiral book notes, and of course my royal color being blue, which is everything that attracts me is blue naturally. I have literally completed a whole book, so I'll call this the Doug Rice Show, the Doug Rice Show Season 1 of Topics. And I'm going to thank Lena May, my wife of 20 years, for thinking about that basic necessity as I wrote on little scratch pieces of paper, throwing shit all around. So thank you, baby, for that. And so we begin. Page 1 is today's page 1 of book 2, season 2, book 2, topic 2. What the fuck ever. All right. Yes, I do curse. I use profanity. Let me tell you something, folks. Let me clarify why I do that, because I don't want there to be any misconstruction of where I'm going with this. Here's the deal. I'm not a minister. I'm not a preacher. I'm not asking anybody to follow me. Fuck that. I'm just talking. I'm crying. I'm telling the truth and I'm not lying. That's all I'm doing. I'm not here to ruin. Stop it. But I'm bringing the facts right to you. And, I feel good doing it. I like doing it. I think it's important. And I think more than that, if Negroes don't at least practice getting that goddamned grin off their faces, it will be put upon you by force. And that's the worst way to remove a fucking smile. Best way is by choice. All right, so what do we got? Let's look at the logo. Bam, there it is, all in its glory. You see that? I'd tell you the story, but it's no big deal. You probably know a guy named, Fatso drew that for me, though. And that's a pretty good tag. I like that, right? I'm digging that, too. All right, here we go. Boom. Story number 1. Oh, let me move that. Hold on. Everybody just relax. Hold on. Everybody just relax. All right. Story number 1. I want to get into this. We talk about this shit, right? We talk about it. Black Friday, right? Mother, right? And you wanna shop it like a pro. Now, you guys know I look up black news, and first thing I see all day inundating me is this shit. This shit. Black Friday. Look, we need to break it down like a fraction. Let me tell you how this whole thing became the action, okay? They started selling us on Black Fridays, folks. You know that. It's been spoken of before. Putting us on the chopping block, and, highest bidder, the whole bullshit nonsense. I mean, Black Friday. Really? You want to shop it like a pro? Let me tell you something. If you're celebrating Christmas in this country, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Get out of her, my people. Get out of her, the world and its desire. Do they desire Christmas? They do desire Christmas, don't they? If we remove the distractions of our daily actions and just tune into the frequency being emitted for each of us to hear, you'd get accustomed to that sound. You'd always want it around. And when you notice it's not there, you take delicate care to remove whatever might be blocking it from hearing you. Isn't that clever? I thought so too. Look, I'm serious. All this shit, Black Friday, it plays into the tune that they play so that you don't hear the Most High fast approaching. Try it out. See if I know what I'm talking about. Next, I don't know. Let me close this one. Didn't even need to go that one there. Okay, boom. Sorry, folks. That's why I need that film music. What is this? What is look, folks. Running While Black tells a new story about who belongs in the sport. Running While Black. I hesitate to even want to read what they're fucking talking about, but why must we always be a topic? The stories are salacious. You understand? They weave into the story the races. It's an insult. I'm not even really interested in reading it. But Running While Black, I can tell you this: in some respects, Running While Black might cost you your life. But I'm not going to get into the sport of it. That's so stereotypical. Oh, did they now? Isn't this nice? It's nice of them, isn't it? Two former cops plead guilty to violently assaulting a black trans woman. Oh, did they? Did they now? Isn't that nice of them? Let's see. Oh, this sister, brother, this person, this Negro, this Hebrew. This is what they did. They pleaded guilty to the assault charges and senseless. Made sense to them. Black trans woman, and in 2009, so it's 2020 or 2019 to 2020, and they got and 30 years old, and for all intents and purposes, a female. And I don't know, were the guys? I would say they're probably slammed her face against the sidewalk, kneeing her in the face, the torso, rib, brunette and Pritchard, and leading, fourth degree assault, yada, fucking, yada. You feel me? Listen to me. They didn't assault the black trans woman. They assaulted a Negro. In their minds, their hatred that sparked the start of whatever they wanted to, just satiate that violence within them that they love so much. It started maybe at what they thought of what they saw, but let's get deep. As the punches got deeper, the negrosity, that hatred that's what drew them into really digging in. You know what I mean? And you wonder. I told my wife this morning, I watched over what's happening over in Ukraine. I'm still watching what's happening. The latest news is that they're finding torture chambers that they set up in basements, in little neighborhoods, nondescript neighborhoods. Torture chambers. What the fuck are you doing? The mass graves is a whole nother different topic. The 5,000 people buried in one fucking grave. Let's try to identify who the fuck's who. That's one thing. But to discover that you're torturing people, you disappeared people, tortured people, you get off on that fucking shit. And the truth be told, it's already been told that you get off on that fucking shit. But here's the problem. The problem is the kin to those doing those horrendous things are right next to you. And it's not that it's not happening here, it's that it's about to. If you understand that same sentiment, that need, you got to understand it's there. We're watching their cousin kill each other. And what do you think? It's like there's no relation? See, that's the fool. That's the tell. That's really what the hell's going on. I'm going to say that outright. And I'm trying not to drift with you, but for God's sake, can't we identify who's making the fucking problems? Can't we bead in on who exactly it is who claims to have a superiority and a most violent tendency to act out that superiority? It's not Negroes. Oh, I drift. Moving on, the Doug Rising Show. I am sorry about that, folks. Geez. I watched them do their delicate dance regarding, what they do, and I just don't think it's cool. I think, as I watch folks on TV, and they talk about white male rage, white male rape culture. That's what we live in right now. And it's led by nondescript white males. I don't understand the reason that's not spoken. You look, I can't say anything about them other folks. Obviously, they'll cancel me. I'm certainly not holding back there. But, to see the TV and watch these folks sit around and talk about themselves in the third person twice removed, that gets on Negroes' nerves. It's you. Why don't you go stop yourselves? You can put an end to the shit we're suffering right now if you could only punish yourselves, but you can't. Okay. All right, here we go. Hey, we're gonna have some fun. White Texas middle school teacher who told black students his race is superior, no longer working at school. Superintendent confirms. By God, he doesn't work there anymore. Good. Did that change his mind? Fuck the punishment fitting the crime. Will the punishment change the mind? No. He's at home right now, unemployed, feeling superior. So there's that. And he's going to live with that. And it's going to get deeply entrenched even further now. The fact that they've fired him is for him, it substantiates his claim of being better than everyone else. Okay, then, let's just move on. Okay, we're just moving that one on. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, well, let's see. What's on their mind? What are they thinking about? I don't know. We walk past. Hello. Good day. And then, yes. What are you doing? You FPD arrest man who vandalized Institute of Black Culture sign. University of Florida Police Department announced arrest of a 27-year-old perfect demographic man connected with an overnight vandalization incident of a sign at the Institute of Black Culture. He vandalized the sign he saw. And in his mind, the movie played and it was raw. I mean, what the hell? I mean, you must admit, look, I walk past people every day. I'm not moved to write shit on their walls or poke shit. I walk by white folks all the time. I'm not yelling and screaming in folks' face. I'm not gonna like go to the Mormon church and start, kill you, but straight. What? Oh, no, we don't do that. We don't. I mean, those who openly disparage Caucasians, do not pass them by and non-discriminately yell out the window some whatever slur that might offend you in like manner to the one you use with us. Yes, we don't do that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you fucking people? And why don't you get asked that shit more often? I mean, really. You saw a sign. Your mental saw a sign and it triggered you to act out in some vandalous way. And motherfuckers think that's normal. And you know what the first thing they'll say? We're sorry. Thoughts and prayers. If you hadn't caught him, you'd have got the satisfaction of doing that unpunished. Next to you, to hung a rope somewhere in the sight of black folk. And then it just escalated. How do you think the Klan started? Practice. Next, Doug Show. Well, I'm sorry. Give me a fucking break. Do something with your miserable goddamn lives. I mean, if you got the time to stop at the sight of a sign and prop your ass up to type or write, what the fuck your plight is, for God's sake, do the world a favor. Don't jump off the nearest cliff. Do something. Act as if. Fucking retarded. Team from Black College quits tournament after what? Racial abuse. Really? You quit? Well, you showed them. Yeah. Oh, and where? Birmingham, Alabama. They're getting wrestlers. Boy, I tell you, a women's volleyball team at a small historically black college withdrew from their conference tournament in Alabama after a member was subjugated to racial abuse during an awards banquet, officials said. Now, let me tell you something, folks. Look here. It's getting mean, isn't it, boy? Their anger is up. Their danger is up. They don't know what to do with them damn selves. I tell you what the hell's wrong with y'all? What are you doing there in the front? Don't you expect it now in a crowd? They are celebrating something that we've done. And it triggers something in the minds of those too far in the sun. And one day it's going to trigger a few folks when Negroes going to have to run. Oh my God, hold up. That's already been done. The fuck? I mean, what is it? You're shocked? You quit the tournament after did they hurt your fucking feelings? Did they really? I know. If you would just walk it off and expect it every goddamn day. What's wrong with you? This is who they are now, folks. Don't let them fool you. Don't let the weak of them tell you that those drawing more strength aren't drawing more strength and about to do something dastardly. That's what they're about to fucking do. They're already talking about impeaching Biden, taking his son to court, all kind of shit. And you know who's leading the charge? MTG, the PWT of the fucking government, I see. This chick has nerve. Where'd they get this chick? Okay, I drift. All right, just moving on. Hey, you going to college? You Negro? Are you not going to a black college? Then expect to be treated like a Negro. Don't get shocked and fucking shaken. It's intensifying. I didn't say that. Moving on. What is this? What is this storm? I don't even understand this. You guys got to explain this to me. Stormzy says the token black artist trope needs to die. I understand. Whatever the fuck that means, I agree with you that whoever you're talking about, whatever that, yeah, that stereotype needs, but let's not replace it with some new goddamn stereotype. You know what I mean? What happened to Negroes? What the fuck happened to just basic Negroes? What the fuck? Last one I saw, Jesus, it must have been 10, 11 years ago. You know, an original. Motherfucker from that time that's seen shit. You know them Negro I'm talking about. They still alive too. Holding on. What happened to them? They've been put in the recess of the minds of those that need them most. Good God. Go talk to an elder. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. I mean, I can't imagine what they consider and think about folks like Lizzo and the other boy that likes putting his blood in shoes. I mean, you got to understand. Go talk to an elder that lived back in the day and just see what they have to say. And just prepare to be on your goddamn way. We're almost out of here. It's cool. Next. All right. Really? They allege it? They allege it. I didn't know that. Black residents allege discrimination at film studio town. Well, damn, no shit, Sherlock. Where you at? Bumfuck Egypt, where you at? Racial discrimination lawsuits have been filed by a group of black residents. Georgia housing. Well, there you go. You're in the South. You're where the good old boys are, and they're rising up. Y'all better get your head out of your asses, man. What do you think is happening, Negroes? For those of you that are determined to wear a smile on your face and get along and move forward without the kingdom in mind, tell me what you think's about to happen. They're talking about raising the interest rates even further, tightening the belts of these already nervous motherfuckers. But can you imagine? Have you ever seen the desperation of a man in need? It's a sight to see. Oh, I tell you, you better watch. You better learn. So many of us gonna have to burn. I'm not playing. I'm just saying this is real. This is real. This is happening. I've said that before. All right, next. The dog. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going until my voice gives out. I don't care. Look at this. Man, look, if y'all don't stop, Beasley's candidacy didn't seem to energize black voter turnout. Activists are worried. Are you worried? What are you worried about? What are you worried about? Right-wing white nationalism is rising in the country. What are black voters concerned about? I don't know. Didn't you vote for Biden? Oh, you shouldn't be worried. Are you worried? They're about to, impeach Biden. I mean, you got low frequency, melanin challenged individuals that are making calls that are definitely not in the interest of Negroes. And let me tell you something, the racism, the hatred towards us, it's hidden just well enough so they can slide under the wire of our ability to cite them. And boy, when they're done, when they rise up on the other side, it's going to be us. I wish we tried to at least move toward the kingdom, because there's no hope for this situation. There's no hope. It's done. Unless we get help. Unless we get help. I'll say that. Yeah, stop voting, folks. For God's sake, you're wasting your time. Oh, and then, oh, really? Wait, this is good. Racist note left on the Black student's door at Jewel Williams campus prompts school-wide, conversation. Not an investigation. Somebody left a racist note under a student's door, and they're talking about it. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? I want to be a part of this goddamn conversation. What do you want to talk about? You know what? Let me go down there. I want to be a part of the fucking conversation. Let's talk. Let's talk about the racist note slid under the student's door. You want to discuss it? Let's talk in depth about it and what it says about the students. Let's mirror into their psyche and do everything. Let's talk about it. And then let's see if anything fucking changes about it. Let's wait for the next note, because they're getting riled up. These children are racists. These children are racists. Racists are raising racists. And they're filling the schools, and they're threatening our children. They're taunting our children. They're teasing our children. Our children are committing suicide due to the racist proclivities and people expressing it right in their faces in a school setting where they're supposed to be safe. And you walk about this place smiling. I mean, look, for the fucking exits. Do you understand? That's all Negroes need to be doing at this point. Look for the fucking exits, man. A door will open. We need to go through it. That's for sure. There'll be something to it. All right, I'm sorry about that. Moving on. It'll get me riled up. I don't like that shit. All right, I'm going to tell you, they're compiling. Here we go. Maine Democrat, first black woman House Speaker. There's one. There's one notch in their ideation of Negroes. Boom. What's number two? I was going to go to the second one, because we're winning everywhere in politics, right? Negroes are calling people to account in high places, baby. Rarefied air being pulled down. Negroes just breathing it in, right? Right? But we got to think of the pendulum, the after effect. We got to think of the reaction to that action and how it's interacting with those acting like fucking fools. It's like pouring salt on their wounds. With every victory a Negro wins, these folks just get deeper into sin. And I mean that. They get madder and madder and man, it's bad. It's really bad. It was the next one was. I'm so sorry. Look, Hakeem Jeffries, poised to succeed Pelosi, would be first black leader in Congress. You see the salt pour? There's more salt. I think there's another one behind it as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, new park commemorates. It's a church. I'm sorry. Bottom line is, as we ascend, as Negroes ascend, doing the things that they pursue in a country that they should all know is in its final gasps, about to go. But those that make it, they unknowingly assist in the vibration that sets these people off. They don't like to see Negro faces in places. They hate it. And now, there they go. And just headline after headline. And it's building on their subline. If you understand it's coming out of my mind. I mean, look, it's a problem. It's a problem. I'm sorry. Moving on. Next, I'll go to that topic right there. Former black church commemorates former black church. Former black church. What happened? New Park, hint of the neighborhood. Former black church. Did something happen? Populations. Populations. I have no idea why I wanted that there. That may have been here we go. Ex-Philadelphia cop sentenced for killing an unarmed black man. And this did catch my eye. He was sentenced to 11 and a half to 23 months in prison for killing an unarmed black man in 2017. That's justice. That's just us. I don't. What? I mean, you understand 11 and a half, in other words, under a year, or at the most 23 months, which is just under 2 years, for taking the life of someone who had family, a brother, and you killed him unarmed, just killed him. There we go, folks. Are you still grinning? You understand why it's very important that we get that grin off our face? It should kind of be just kind of wearing off naturally these days. Good Lord, man. Wow. You got all that time. That's like, what is that? Like, that's fucking time to get in shape. Put together your memoir. Dude, you can write your book. He's coming out a millionaire. I'm of the mind that there's some publishing company that's already said, we'll give you an advance that keeps you right for 23 months at least. You can go to Canteen at max. That's 150, 200, something like that, right? All the zoos and the whams you want. 23 months. Well, you write your book. I only imagine what might have happened had it been a black officer who killed an unarmed white guy. Moving on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stick on that. Yeah, baby. Oh my good. I don't know. Michelle Obama says Americans weren't ready for her natural black hair. No, Michelle, dear hun. You mean white Americans weren't ready? We've been ready for your natural. What the hell is you doing? What are you doing? Deadening your hair. We know you wanted to fit in. We was waiting for you to put some blonde streaks in that motherfucker. I am so glad you didn't go that far. But no, I have not ready for your natural black hair. I knew you had it the whole goddamn time. Now the other folks, they're shocked and shaken. They can't believe you ain't got no relaxer up in there. BDB, okay. I'll stop with Michelle. She's all right, I guess. What is going on? Oh, here we go. Like I said, nail in the coffin. Man, Arkansas, first black chancellor? Really? I just want to hear the conversations of people who hear about that and got an opinion. That's all. In Arkansas. People that their alma mater, University of Kansas. I want some of the folks from the 60s and the 70s to get a microphone stuck in their face on that article. And I just want to hear them express themselves because they're not going to college. See, what they're doing is they're running shit out here now. So can you imagine the blowback of that action, putting him as chancellor in all places of the University of fucking Arkansas, where the alumni are in Congress and in business and hiring people. And some of them got up this morning and they looked and they saw that, and there was a black candidate to fill one of their more high-level positions in their top executive field, and the decision was just made. See how this works? This is going to be horrible. I thought I'd lay that out for you. I thought it was nice. I hope you enjoyed it. It's real. Don't forget to share and like and all those things. I'm not really hip on trying to beg and all that crap, but for God's sake, there are the links. I'm Doug Rice. This is the Doug Rice Show. I've been at it for an hour and I'm still going. I recommend T.I. Ministries and brother Minister Dante Fortson. If I'm going to recommend anybody, those are the folks I'm going to recommend. I've never moved from those two since I've gotten into the truth since back in 2015, 16. Never moved. So I hear them talk about people that talk about them, and I pity any one of them that want to talk about me because God knows I'm ready. Please do not open your mouths about brothers that are teaching truth if you ain't got nothing to put down as proof against them being wrong, because they've been right for too goddamn long. I'll make that a public announcement there. But if you want to talk, you want to discuss, any one of you that want to put me on the map, I will make you famous. Come at me. Say something about me. I cuss. Say something about me, please. I'm sorry, brother. You I just send them my way. I'll be happy to accommodate whoever, whatever they say. I drift. Moving on. I am. All right. What is this? Are we holding her hostage? Guyana invites Black Panther star to college. No, she don't want to go to Guyana. You out your damn mind. This chick is living large up in this Mickey Ficky now. What you mean you begging her to come home and bring that money, bring that bank account with her because you know it's fat? No, bro. She gonna stay here. No need to take a chance. You know, I love Guyana. I'm just joking. But, you know, no, she ain't coming back. And stop begging. That's crazy shit. Come on back. No, I'm not coming back. Fuck that. I got running water now. I'm just joking. Jesus, relax. But just relax and give me fucking feelings. All right, a little national news. What is this about? North Korea launches test missile within range to hit the United States. Damn. Look, this little dude, I mean, you know how many people they are in North Korea? About 40 million. And they're all starving. And each one of these missiles costs something like millions of dollars, and he ain't got no money. It's like he keep putting these missiles on his charge card and firing them off. They're about $1, $2, $3, $4 million a piece. That's just money that says I'm showing off. You got that kind of money to throw away, and people are fucking starving in your own country. You scared? See what fear does. That country's been perpetually scared for over 70 years now. The United States put a pounding on North Korea, the likes of which you've never even heard. They put more bombs in North Korea than they did in the entire Pacific theater in World War II. Did you know that? Not a building standing in an entire country, 80 to 90% of the buildings. And so North Korea has put that into the psyche of all their people permanently. And that's how they live in the past. In the past, created by the United States. And now they feeling froggy. Moving on, the Doug Show. I am, baby, the Doug. Who is? Sorry. Next. Oh, I'm so glad I got to this. Let me tell you about losers. I live here in Arizona. Been here about 22 years or so. Met my wife here, my lovely wife Lena, and I watched Carrie Lake on Fox 10 News. I call it the Aryan Station because let me tell you something, boy. It looks like it's really, really not diverse. Thank God they don't have a picture of her. But Carrie traveled to Mar-a-Lago after the election loss, and lose she did. She lost. And she lost because she peddled fear, but that fear still remains. No big deal. It's not going anywhere. But The hubris of this creature embodies nearly everything you want to know about what they're feeling right now. Her, Donald Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Paul Gosar, these are white nationalists of the highest order. And led by Donald Trump, chief white nationalist, reads Mein Kampf. You know, what dude talks about grabbing women by their privates and thinks it's cool? I don't know. But I'm glad this woman lost, because she was a right-wing Nazi in hiding, in plain sight. But she doesn't admit that she's lost, and so she's going to be a problem. She's kind of the tip of the spear of what I see coming forward as the Civil War 2.0 right here. So, yeah, she lost. I'm glad she lost. I'm glad I said it on air. Good riddance. I'm sorry. Moving on. Some more. All right. Oh, my God. If this is true, this dude chose poorly. Melania Trump, the sparrow, Russian sparrow, red sparrow, told her husband COVID was, it's not going to be really bad. And he was blowing the U.S. response. Oh, he said it was going to be really bad. Well, here's the deal. If she said that, she is a certified genius. Yes. Melania has a genius visa. That's how she was able to become a United States citizen. I mean, just look at all the genius just emanating off Melania. Look at the genius looking back at the somewhat genius. I don't know. I think she's telling him right there, and I think he's like, fuck you. I don't know. I could be wrong. But what a thing to do. She's a smart chick. Let me not take that away from this chick. She speaks several languages. She's as racist as hell, white nationalist as hell, absolutely Nordic, not Aryan, whatever you want to call it. Nordic is not, but some thinks she's a red sparrow. If you ever seen that movie put on Trump by Russia to do the deal, and deal she did. And she's a billionaire twice over now. She's gotten paid, laid, and slayed. So the operation was a success. I think Putin is very happy with her. What do you think? No? Did I go too far? Of course I did. That's what the fuck I do. That's why you got here. I'm now getting loose. Relax. It's good getting heavy. All right. A few other nondescript things that you might want to know about. The real reason he ran. So he's running again. This may be prophetic. This may be the man. Who knows? Some say King Charles. But this guy, I don't know. He's too stupid to be the Antichrist. I'm going to go ahead and say no. He's a clown, but he's going to stick the fuck around. That's for sure. And he announced that he's running for the show. Well, there you go. Won't be boring. That's for sure. Nobody will be snoring. Next. Oh, wow. Oh, what's this? Fox News anchor pushes anti-immigrant rhetoric. Why do we have to bring in foreigners to have the babies we won't have? Whoa. What? Let me read that again. Fox News anchor pushes anti-immigration rhetoric. Why do we have to bring in foreigners to have the babies we won't have? Well, because you two focused on yourselves being superior to have children. So you're getting screwed out of existence. Somewhat. Oh, man, that was horrible, dude. He said that quiet part out loud. I think I think that would make certain people. What is this? Maybe you heard of this? A terrified student flees a woman, 41, is shot. What is going on at a North Carolina football game? You came to the game with it. You came to the game with it. Stay out the sun, Negroes. Stay out the sun. Let's see what wraps us up. I'm hoping we got something good. I found this quite interesting. How about this? Foot found floating in a Yellowstone hot spring belonged to a 70-year-old Louisiana person. I'm not accusing. I'm just saying, whoa, foot. Okay, then. All right. Lastly, this one I did want to save for last, but here it is. Lastly, it's about Lindsey. Lindsey Graham. Look at this. Lindsey Graham proudly votes against gay marriage bill, and the internet tells him to sit back down. The Respect for Marriage Act cleared a major hurdle last night was passed. GOP, one GOP member, what is he doing? One GOP member who voted against it was the gayest man alive that's in public office. I have yet to meet this man's husband. I am sure that Lindsey Graham's husband is mad as hell at him for that shit right there. That's just retarded, dude. You know what's going to happen? Here's the fucked up part. After he gets out of office, we're going to meet Lindsey's family. We're going to meet his husband, his dog. He's going to do a memoir about why he didn't come out and during his tenure as a senator, congressman, what the fuck is Dude, you're the only person that voted, the only person in the GOP that voted against this bill, yet the most effeminate member of the entire Senate, who everyone calls in front of your face, Miss Lindsey. They don't call you Miss Lindsey behind your back anymore, Lindsey Graham. It's Doug Rice. Didn't mean to. That's it, folks. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to close on that because, Lindsey, I don't care what you do, but people know what you do, dog. What the fuck's wrong with you, bro? This is stupid. All right, that's it, folks. That's all I got. It's 10:12, an hour, 12-minute show. I hope everybody got 23 people here. I just want to say I hope that you guys are paying attention. What's going on is dangerous, and we laugh here amongst ourselves, and we're supposed to. We're supposed to give each other that energy freely. We're not supposed to charge each other for that. We're supposed to charge them for it right now. I mean, for God's sake, if you're going to take it, you might as well pay for it, okay? But when we're together, it's important that we are joyous. We are a family of Negroes. But soon the time will come when getting the grin off your face will be life-saving. It'll be the only way you make it. A stone-cold demeanor in the face of what's about to occur to each and every one of us. And I got to tell you, the fear is what we're trying to control in this perspective. You have to understand, what we are about to experience will make men's hearts fail out of fear. And the only thing that really can stave that development off is just being fearless and understanding that what's happening in front of you must occur. And you have to stand firm. And they're going to come at you. It's going to be horrible. So smile while you can amongst yourself. Please do. But if you're out there and you are in traffic, if you're in motion, you know what I'm saying. You know, if you're doing it moving, you know, do me a damn favor. You hear me? If they've got to look upon your face, if they've got to gaze at you while you're in their space, do yourself a favor. Protect yourself. You know the flavor, baby. Hey, just make sure that you remain and everything remains in place. Get that goddamned grin off your face. Now go on about your day. Hey. No outro music.